Folks, it's Fernando doing a very quick video for the more survivalists. 5 things that I love about living in Spain and one that I actually don't like that much. First of all is weather. The weather here is freaking fantastic, especially in the south of Spain where I am, Costa del Sol. It's 70 degrees out there and we are still in winter. If you haven't checked my previous video, check it out. I'm showing the beach, what it's like, and it's simply fantastic. Weather is definitely a thing that we miss the most. Having a nice weather in Northern Ireland, it was quite awful. And I've been in cold weather. I even lived in Boston for some time, and cold weather is not something that bothers me. But the thing is that when year round, year after year, it's not specifically a cold weather or the rain. It's a combination of all those. And it's simply in the British Isles, you have this dark gray, kind of awful weather in general. So that's certainly a thing that I like the most about it. Healthcare is much better here as well. A public one or private one. I had private in Northern Ireland as well. In Northern Ireland, being part of the UK, of the United Kingdom, you have the NHS. And even if you have your private provider, it still works through the NHS, through their GP system. Basically, it's like a car insurance policy. Everything has to go through them, and they always try not to provide for stuff, and you always have to go through your GP, pray that he sends you through a specialist. And even with your private one, it's always a huge mess. Here in Spain, with the system that I have, you just go to your doctor, you see whoever you need, any specialist you need, is always much faster and overall better. Number 3 would be culture. I really like how it's more open here, friendlier in general, much more similar to what I'm used to in Latin America. In Argentina, Spanish and Italian immigrants constituted a lot of its population, and of course language, so it feels a lot more like home. 4th is location. Of course, here I'm specifically in a nice part of Spain in the south with a beach and all, but also being in the continent, being in Europe, it means that with a car I can be in Paris, in Italy, and anywhere that I like in just a few hours, or maybe a long trip in a couple of days. You can go all across Europe. It's very easy, it's very cheap as well, and you have all these great places, different cultures to check out, see. So it really improves your quality of life in many ways. I'm also here in a specific place where I have the beach where I could go right now, people on the beach, and at the same time, an hour and a half away, I have Sierra Nevada where people are actually skiing, and skiing is actually something that I like doing as well. So it works very well having those two in combination, along with the great weather, so I'm not missing out on anything. Finally, gun laws. Gun laws here are much better than in Northern Ireland. Again, even in Ireland, in Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, UK, all over the British Isles and Ireland, gun laws are just bad. I mean, everything is extremely restricted. Handguns are particularly bad. In Northern Ireland, you have the possibility of owning handguns, but it's always very much restricted. Here, not so much. You can even have military-style rifles, even though the caliber is slightly changed, but depending on the specific activity that you're having, you have easily access to handguns and military-style rifles, so it's a lot easier. Food, very good here in Spain. Mediterranean diet is famously healthy. Quite debatable. Sometimes the excess is always bad, so you have to be careful not to get too fat. But yeah, for example, a can of tuna, Spanish style, almost a kilogram, happens all the time here. Very big cans of seafood and such. And meds, you can easily go to your pharmacy and buy 1 gram of paracetamol, which is not restricted or not hard to buy at all. The thing that I don't like about here in Spain is the bureaucracy, which sometimes frankly gets out of control. Bureaucracy and laziness in general sometimes just blows your mind. Things and regulations that contradict one another, everything takes forever, like unnecessarily so, like a simple paperwork or things that I used to do over the phone or on the internet. Here you have to show up, and it always is. I mean, it gets so laid back that it sometimes stresses you because you're used to things being done faster, quicker. Here, I guess it goes with the kind of lifestyle as well. But you know, sometimes it gets stupid. Like the mailman never shows up in time, or even he gives you a phone call like you're not home. No, dude, it's 2 in the afternoon. I'm not in my house right now. Why would I be? You know, and yet everything seems like surprises them, and never showing up in time. Everything is like that, so you kind of have to go with it and adapt to that more laid-back type of lifestyle. Folks, it's gonna be all for now. Remember to subscribe. Take care. See you on the next video.